will introduce some the contents of the lesson today. The first one is about the context of traditional American values, and it includes the history of the making of the country. Okay, why do we have the traditional American values? What is the reason? Okay, what is the historical background of that? And then we will discuss about the values of American people. Okay, they come in pair. Individual freedom goes with self-reliance. Equality of opportunity goes with competition. Material wealth and hard work go together. And the final part will be about the American dream. So you all know that America is called a country of hopes, of opportunities and dreams. Why? We will discover the answer for that question later. Right, so before we start the first part, let's look at this picture and tell me, who is American? What do you think? Who is American?
Maybe the lady with yellow with blonde hair.
Yellow with okay, the lady with blonde hair. Yeah. Anybody else?
Maybe all of them or none of them.
I think all of them is American.
Okay. Any other ideas?
Maybe none of them.
Maybe none of them. Okay. You have. Yes. Who is speaking? Okay. You guys have great answer for my questions. Okay. The first person say that the American people maybe may include this lady in blonde, right? I'm circling her right in front of you, right? On the right with blonde hair and in the shirt. Okay, here she is. Why does she think that this person is a typical American? Okay, I do not say that her answer is wrong, but actually, it is possible to say that this one is like the typical appearance of one American in in other countries' mind. Okay, this one because she looks like one European, right? Because she looks like one European. But the next person say to me that maybe all of them are American or none of them are American. That is a great answer. Why? Because as you can see, people in this picture, okay, they have different races, right? Different skin tone and skin color, right? So now they may come from different countries. However, there is a chance that they are all American because the country is a country of immigrants. Okay, so this person, he is looks like one Asian, right? Or this lady on the left of the picture, she looks like one Asian, but actually all of them can be American, and that is the reason why we cannot say who is American in this picture. And this question is like really hard and impossible to answer, right? So why do I ask that question, and why can all of them be American? Okay, why it is possible for all of them to be American. So now we will look at the history to find out the answer. Do you know the man that I showed you on the screen?
Christopher Columbus. He discovered the America.
Discover the America. Actually, North America. Yeah. America continent. Yeah, and his name was Christopher Columbus. Okay. Everything started with the discovery of Christopher Columbus in year 1492. Okay, and he was claimed to find out American continent, right? And following Columbus' discovery, Europeans began to establish settlement in the land, in the area. And Native Americans was the citizens of the land, okay? The residents of the land at that time. Do you know Native American? Do you know Native American or American Indians?
Cái gì mà người da đỏ đúng không ạ?
Chính xác. Mà chúng ta ngày xưa chúng ta được học một cái bức thư của người da đỏ đúng không? Bức thư của thủ lĩnh người da đỏ thì nó cũng có liên đới đối với cả cái câu chuyện mà chúng ta đang nói nhé. Alright, so now the Native Americans was the resident of the land at that time. However, when all of the Europeans came to the continent, okay, first of all, at first, the Native Americans resisted the colonization, okay? They fight against the colonization. However, eventually, finally, many were forced to surrender the land, okay? And they had to give up the land. And those who did not surrender the land were forced to leave to another place, okay? So therefore, the Native Americans lost their land to the Europeans. Okay, that is a sad story, but that was long ago. And after that, more and more explorers from Spain, France, and Netherlands and other countries came to the land and see what the land can offer them and benefit them. However, England was the first country to send citizens to live there. And as I said in the first chapter, okay, they own how many colonies at that time? England?
A lot.
A lot? Do you remember how many stars are there in the first flag?
15. 13. 13.
Exactly. 13 stars represent 13 original colonies, okay? And the 13 original colonies belong to England. And that is why we can see the connection between America, a very close connection between America and England, right? And that is also one reason why the dominant language, okay, the dominant language of America is English, because the English people are the first settlers that come to America. Yeah. So it is a fact that they established the first colony at Jamestown in 1605. So back in the late 18th century, the British Empire owned 13 original colonies in North America, and the 13 colonies were mostly English speaking. Yeah, although after that we have like Spain and France and the Netherlands, we have French, Germans, okay, other language. However, in the very first day, the English, okay, the language that was mostly used was English, right? Okay. So now, as you can see on the screen, we have 13 colonies. Yeah. And the British is called the founding father of America and 13 original colonies. Finally, in 1776, the British colonial settlers declared their independence from England and established a new nation called the United what?
United States.
Oh yeah, the United States of America. Yeah, exactly. And this year was a very important year, a mark in the history. Okay, that the country declared their independence. Yeah. Right. So we can come to a conclusion that the colonization of America continent brought about a big number of immigrants and racial diversity. Okay, so the discovery of America continent bring about many people coming from other countries and people with different races, right? Different cultures came to America. Yeah, and as I said, that is the reason why when we look at the picture, we can tell who is American because they come from everywhere. Okay, what are the American attitude toward diversity and pluralism? Okay. At that time, accepting diversity was the only choice, right? Because they come to this country in order to find freedom and they want to find opportunities. So they have to accept that many people that come from other countries also want to come to this land in order to find the equality, the opportunities for their life, to seek success, fortune, and money. Right. And next one, some were not enthusiastic about that. However, some came to see strength in their country diversity. As you can see, American cultures are very diverse, okay, and very diverse. So it also brings about some new opportunities, and that creates the strength of the country because they are too diverse. It creates the strength. Now, and nowadays there is more recognition of the value of cultural pluralism. Together, when they stick together, and they get the strong point of the motherland and the very interesting cultures from the motherland. Okay, together they create a very strong nation. As I say, America is a country of immigrants, right? So that is why they use the term melting pot for the country. Melting pot, that means all the people from different places, different countries, different regions, different races come together and mix together, and then they become one. Okay. So now I want you to watch this video. I think this one is one exciting, interesting video to illustrate the term melting pot and tell you why America is like that. Okay. Now we also have another term, salad bowl, for America, but I will talk about salad bowl later. Right now, and at first, America is called the melting pot. As your body grows big, your mind must flower. It's great to learn, 'cause knowledge is power. It's Schoolhouse Rocket, a chip on the block, on your favorite Schoolhouse Rock. My grandmother came from Russia, a satchel on her knee. My grandfather had his father's cap he brought from Italy. They'd heard about a country where life might let them win. They paid the fare to America and there they melted in. A lovely lady Liberty with her book of recipes and the finest one she's got. but also by the Germans, Dutch, and French.
The principle still sticks, our heritage is mixed.
So any kid could be the president.
You simply melt right in. It doesn't matter what your skin, it doesn't matter where you're from or your religion. You jump right into the great American melting pot. Great American melting pot. Ooh, what a stew, red, white, and blue. America was the new world, and Europe was the old. America was the land of hope, or so the legend told. On steamboats by the millions, in search of honest pay, those 19th century immigrants sailed to reach the USA. Lovely Lady Liberty, with her book of recipes, and the finest one she's got is the great American melting pot, the great American melting pot. What good ingredients, liberty, and immigrants? They brought the country's customs, their language, and their ways. They filled the factories to the soil, helped build the USA. Go on and ask your grandma, hear what she has to tell. How great to be American, and something else as well. Lovely Lady Liberty, with her book of recipes, and the finest one she's got is the great American melting pot, 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 the great American melting pot.
Okay, so now I told you that this video is explain why America is called the melting pot, right? People coming from other countries, other places, coming together, mixed together, and become one. So let's move on and look at the next question. The question asked here is, how could a nation of such enormous diversity produce a recognizable national identity? Okay, so everyone knows that America is a combination of many other cultures, right? So what can be the traits that help everyone to recognize a country? Okay, do they have any identity? If they come from too many places like that, do they have one typical identity? So I like the quote from John Zogby. We all share a common set of values that make us American. Okay, so at home they may speak different language like Russians, Thai, Vietnamese, and Japanese. Okay, they may have different cuisine at home, eat different things, maybe dress different way. However, they are still called American because they follow some set of values. All right, if you have read this chapter at home, you will be very clear about the values of American people. Okay, so what are they? 6 American values. Next, I will discuss about the values of this country. Yeah. So now let's look at it on the screen. We have the values, and together with the values, we also have the prices we have to pay for the benefit. Yeah. And the first one is called individual freedom. Okay. Why do they have and why do they call the first values the individual freedom? As you know, in the first chapter, I told you that in the old world, okay, like in the video video clip. They show you that American continent is called the New World, okay, because it is newly discovered, right? In the European countries or Europe, it's called the Old World. And in the Old World, the people was oppressed by the noble class, the king, and the church. However, when they come to the new land, the new world, they are under control of no one. Therefore, they can have their freedom and they can be equal to other people, right? Even if they come from the lower class in Europe, when they come to this plan, okay, they are just like other people. So now they come to this country to seek individual freedom. However, if you are free, okay, individually free, you have to pay for the benefit with your self-reliance. In order to maintain the freedom, you have to be self-reliant. You have to work hard and compete with others in order to make sure that you are in a high position of the society and you have money, and then you can be equal to other people and have material wealth. Yeah. So now the price for equality of opportunity. So now everyone has the same opportunity. That leads to the fact that okay, now everything will be very competitive. Do you think so? Yeah. And material wealth. Okay. American people okay, they are very okay, they always appreciate material wealth. And at the same time, in order to gain the material wealth, they have to work really hard in order to maintain and gain it, right? So why did the earliest settler come to America to seek freedom, equality, and wealth? I have already given you the answer. Okay, like okay, like my explanation earlier. They are free from the controls that existed in European societies. They wanted to escape the controls placed on many aspects of their lives by kings, government, priests, and church, noble class, and aristocrats. Okay. So they are no longer from a lower society, lower class right now, because they come to a new place. Okay, so now let's look at the first pair, individual freedom and self-reliance. Okay, so individual freedom in America, it means that they can control their destiny without outside interference from the government, a noble class, the church, or any organized authority. Their life belongs to themselves right now, and they can have a decision of their life, okay? And it's not dependent on anyone anymore. Yeah, and self-reliance, yeah, come together with individual freedom. You must learn to rely on themselves, okay? They must learn to rely on themselves or risk losing freedom. If you do not have money and a good position in the society, you will be called loser, okay? And you are not free, totally free anymore. So now I will give you some example of individual freedom in America. The famous one is the freedom of speech, right? Americans are free to express opinions about anything, even about the government, okay? And they are allowed to criticize the wrong action of the government. it is quite impossible in the old world. They cannot criticize the king or they cannot criticize the church. That may lead them to the consequence of death, right? And one thing which is very famous in America is that they have the right to bear arms. So what do I mean by bearing arms? That means they can buy guns and use guns. Okay, they can own guns and bullets. Right. Some example of self-reliance. And this one is very common, and I guess that you know about this one. When an American reaches 18 years old, he is expected to leave home and stand on his own feet. Okay, earn his own money. This is quite different from the Asian countries when the child reaches 18 years old, okay, and be mature. Okay, they still get a lot of help from the family, right? And the family is also very happy to help them, but the society in America is quite different. And by the time they are 18 years old, they are expected to be independent. If they ask the parents to let them stay at the parents' house, it is okay. However, it is they will be awkward and weird to do so. Yeah. Right, so I prepare some example on the screen that you can follow. Another example of self-reliance is that when you see beggars on the screen, they can inspire sympathy, but also concern. What does this mean? Okay, when you see the beggars on the street in America, people may give him money. However, the beggars also raise some concern that actually people expect him to work harder and change his life, and he should not be dependent on the money of other people. Yeah. And the next pair is equality of opportunity and competition. So as I said, people come to America because this country is a land of opportunities. And it is claimed that everybody in this country is equal. People from different social class can rise to a higher social position. Right. And the next one, life is a race. Everyone is given a chance to enter the race and win. I really like this statement because it had two sides in the statement. Life is a race, right? When it is a race, it must be very competitive, right? So although you have the chance to enter the race, you have to work under pressure. Yeah. Again, in competition, so I will repeat that life is a race. A person must try really hard and compete with others to win. And like in the movies, in Hollywood movies, you will find out that the person who is not successful or who is not really talented in the movies will be called the loser, right? So the successful people are called the winner. The one who are not successful will be loser. Okay. So and the pressure of competition will go with one person from their childhood to retirement. Okay. The competition will go with them in their whole life. From when they were young to when they are old. Yeah. So now some example of equality of opportunity and competition. Okay. Example. All Americans have a chance to attain a college degree without the hindrance of racial and gender discrimination. This statement is true, but this is something in general only. And I have to say that it is a fact that there is no 100% equality in any society. Do you think so? So it is the same in America. They try to maintain the minimum equality in the society by giving the student the chance to study. But it is a fact that the quality of the schools are different. Yeah, there are some school created for one group of people, and there are other schools which are created for other group of people. Yeah, and the quality is quite different. Next one, everyone is provided with health care services. And like what I said, I will discuss further about this matter later. However, they are provided with healthcare service, but the minimum way, okay, the minimum services. Okay, if you want to have the quality, okay, the good healthcare services in America, that will be very costly because it is not really easy to afford the doctors in America, especially the quality one, the good one. Okay, they will charge you a lot. Next one is about competition. Examples. American schools appreciate competitive sports such as basketball and football, and this one is quite different from the Asian countries, especially Vietnam in the past. Okay, in the past, when somebody take part or study the subjects that are related to physical educations or sport like basketball and football, they are not really highly appreciated in the society. However, American country is quite different. Yeah, they respect and they appreciate the competitive sport. Yeah, and that is the reason why all of the sport person in high school, in the movies, they are appreciated and they are respected by other school members. And this one, old people feel useless and unwanted. Yeah, because you are old right now, so you cannot compete anymore. So that is the reason why you will have a feeling of being useless and unwanted by other people. What is the next pair of values? We have material wealth comes with hard work. Why is material wealth one value of America? Okay, remember that when the European countries came to American continent, they want to exploit the natural resources. Okay, you know the natural resources of this land. Yeah, so it is true that it has abundant natural resources, and it makes it appear to be a promising destination where people could come to seek their fortunes. Okay. Not only the natural resources, as I said, this country opened a new chapter and provides people with hopes, okay, about a brighter future. That is the reason why the phrase going from rags to riches became the slogan of the country, many people achieve material success. This phrase is quite famous in the country, going from rags to riches. That means you have nothing in your hand and you gain the material wealth with a bare hand. Yeah. All right. And in order to be successful, you need to work really hard. And they say that only by hard work could these natural resources be converted into material possession. And many American people are attached to material things because they appreciate the material things. Okay. And they appreciate the success people, okay, the high position in the society, and that leads to the fact that they respect material wealth, and at the same time they have to work really hard. Okay, I will provide you with some examples of material wealth and hard work in this country. Okay, so thanks to the wealth, many people or their children have better living standard. Why? Okay, because they have to pay really high taxes, right? Everything comes with a price, even the living standard. They have to pay taxes really high, and then, okay, they can maintain the good living standard, right? People go from rag to riches, have a higher social status, yeah. And material possession is a great important to most Americans. It is important if you are the winner or the loser, and how many properties do you have? Hard work. Yeah, the first statement I repeat so many times. In order to achieve material wealth, American people have to work really hard, and not only working hard, but they also have to have personal abilities and talents. Okay, and the statement that I really like about this part is that the USA has shifted from an industry-based economy to service or information-based economy. That means life is harder for factory workers. It is like the machines and the high technologies are stealing the jobs from the workers, right? They are replaced by machines, and now the country shift to service and information-based economy, right? So that would be really difficult for those who are workers. All right. And okay, a belief people should hold job and not live off welfare payments from the government. Yeah, just like the beggars, they are expected to work harder, make changes in their life, and do not live on the money of other people. Okay, and do not depend on the welfare payments of the government and the country. Next part is about the American dream. What is the attitude of Americans towards all of the values? Okay, so as I have already introduced you, everything has the pros and cons, right? The same with the American values. Okay, it has some advantages, but at the same time, it also has some drawbacks, right? Like people have to work really hard. They are under high pressure. Okay, they have to come to a high position, or they will be called a loser, right? And they say have to be self-reliant. Okay, but Americans still love their country and believe that they can accomplish almost anything. What about the values I mentioned in reality? Some American values are ideal beliefs, right? Focus on the word ideal. Okay, they are just ideal and really difficult to achieve, right? The fact is that American ideals are only partly, okay, focus on the word partly carried out in real life. They are not fully carried out in real life. And I can right now give you some example. Just like the school and the education in the country, as I said, all right, it is true that everyone is given the chance to study, but the quality of the school is different. Okay, and there is actually the discrimination in education as well. And what else? As I said, there is no 100 equality in any society, and people coming from rich families have a higher chance to be successful in life, and poor people, okay, they have less opportunity. Do you think so? Yeah. Okay. So now, but however, American people are still strongly affected by the values in their daily life. Yeah, and it cannot be denied that the values are very okay, have a strong influence on the country. However, if I say that it is 100% true, then it is not quite correct, right? Okay, so that is about the knowledge that you gain from this chapter. Do you have any question before we move on? Any question, guys?
No.
No.
No questions. Good. So now everyone, I want you to watch a video. This video is about a typical worker in America. And after watching the video, I want you to answer the question on the screen. What does the USA offer the main character? What is the price for her American dream? And discuss the positive and negative sides of the American dream. Okay, so everyone say that America is a country of hopes and opportunities. But should we look at it through a pink glasses? Okay. Now we will listen to the story of the worker. Are you ready? Ready to watch the video?
Yes.
Be careful and prepare your paper, your pen, to note down the important information. Because we will have a discussion about this one later. So now prepare your paper, your pen, and note down the important information. Try to answer the question on the screen. Let's start.
Right now we're on 192 West Arlo Drive. This road leads to Disneyland, SeaWorld, and stuff like that. It was really quick for me to find a job because I have so many different businesses here to apply to. And it's mostly, they're always looking for employment everywhere.
Fate led her to this highway in Florida. This evening, along Route 192, we cross paths with Germania and her all-too-normal life. A life which resembles those of millions of other Americans following the recession.
Okay, so I got a double quarter pounder, a cheeseburger plain, it's gonna be $27.86.
9 million jobs have been created since the recession, most of which, like Germania's, at this fast food giant, the second largest employer in the country.
They say that there's jobs out there, but they're not paying you well. They're not paying you well that you have to go and get a second job.
Minimum wage jobs.
Good morning, thank you for choosing Dunkin' Donuts.
Which means that Americans are working even more than ever.
A medium hot coffee or ice, sweetie?
They pick up part-time jobs, working 70 hours a week, often 7 days a week.
Have a good day, hon. You know, 2 jobs right now is nothing. Like, I could probably do 3 jobs if I wanted to, but then I would definitely get no sleep.
These hands, the hands which work to keep the American economy turning at full steam.
Number 239, appointment right here to the left.
The workers that helped bring the country out of the economic downturn that had brought the economy to its knees are far from reaping the benefits today.
It is a struggle every day. How am I gonna make it today? Like, how am I gonna make money to buy food? How am I gonna make money to cook my kids dinner at night, you know? Thank you. Every day is a new chapter of my life, so.
It's a success story, the story of America's amazing economic recovery. 8 years after the crisis, their politicians and companies hammer home the message, and the statistics seem to confirm it. The leading global power has saved its economy.
This is Hanging On, our continuing series about the American middle class.
Never before has the country created so many jobs. Never before have their companies made such huge profits. The American dream should then be back on track, but at what price?
A lot of economic indicators suggest the country is on an upswing. There have been 73 straight months of job growth in the private sector in this country, which is huge.
All right, that is the first time that you watch the video. So now I will replay the video the second time. Remember to take notes, yeah? If you miss something, this is the second time for you, the second chance for you to write down the important informations. All right, guys, the second time.
Right now we're on 192 West Arlo Drive. This road leads to Disneyland, SeaWorld, and stuff like that. It was really quick for me to find a job because I have so many different businesses here to apply to. And it's mostly, they're always looking for employment everywhere.
Fate led her to this highway in Florida. This evening, along Route 192, we cross paths with Germania and her all-too-normal life. A life which resembles those of millions of other Americans following the recession.
Okay, so I got a double quarter pounder, a cheeseburger plain, it's gonna be $27.86.
9 million jobs have been created since the recession, most of which, like Germania's, at this fast food giant, the second largest employer in the country.
They say that there's jobs out there, but they're not paying you well. They're not paying you well that you have to go and get a second job.
Minimum wage jobs.
Good morning, thank you for choosing Dunkin' Donuts.
which means that Americans are working even more than ever.
A medium hot coffee or iced tea?
They pick up part-time jobs, working 70 hours a week, often 7 days a week.
Have a good day, hon. You know, 2 jobs right now is nothing. I could probably do 3 jobs if I wanted to, but then I would definitely get no sleep.
These hands, the hands which work to keep the American economy turning at full steam.
Number 239, appointment is allowed.
The workers that helped bring the country out of the economic downturn that had brought the economy to its knees are far from reaping the benefits today.
It is a struggle every day. How am I going to make it today? How am I going to make money to buy food? How am I going to make money to cook my kids' dinner at night, you know? Every day is a new chapter of my life, so.
It's a success story, the story of America's amazing economic recovery. 8 years after the crisis, their politicians and companies hammer home the message, and the statistics seem to confirm it. The leading global power has saved its economy.
This is Hanging On, our continuing series about the American middle class.
Never before has the country created so many jobs. Never before have their companies made such huge profits. The American dream should then be back on track, but at what price?
A lot of economic indicators suggest the country is on an upswing. There have been 73 straight months of job growth in the private sector in this country, which is huge.
All right, so that is the end of the video. And now I want not some of you, all of you, to capture the screen. Okay, take a picture of the screen. Okay, so that you remember the 3 questions. And post it as, and I need one person to post this to the meeting chat. Bạn nào post cái ảnh câu hỏi lên trên phần meeting chat cô với. Okay. It's okay. Thank you Thu, Thảo and Hoàng Thị gì đây? Okay. Thank you everyone. So I got the question right now. But remember that everyone has to take the picture, because I will divide the group later, and make sure that you have the question in your hand. And next one, the next video is about one common problem, very famous problem in America about gun using. Okay. I also need you to watch the video, okay, and answer the question on the screen. Yeah, let me show you the question. What does this mean by the court of freedom in the video about gunfire in America? Why does this happen? And can you list some advantages and disadvantages of gun owning? And can you suggest some solution for the issues? Yeah. And the most important thing is that, okay, I will talk about the most important thing later. But you need to relate the 2 videos, the first video and the second videos, with the 6 values that we study today. Show the relation between the videos and the 6 values. Yeah. All right, so make sure that you are ready. Now I will show you the video.
Good evening from Las Vegas. I'm Chris Hayes, and tonight the nation must once again answer a question. Is now a good time to talk about gun violence in this country? Or are massacres like the one that unfolded right behind me 2 nights ago? A terrifying, almost endless hailstorm of bullets that left almost 600 people dead or wounded. Is that just something we are all willing to live with, what one survivor called the tragic cost of freedom.
It's a tragic cost of freedom, is that people can do bad things. If you could find a gun law that could prevent this from happening, I could sign up today. But I am proud of our country's Second Amendment rights, and I'm glad we're allowed to defend ourselves.
We now know.
Okay, so now let's look at this part. Interesting, right? So this part and this person sayings show that there is a contradiction, a contrast in the opinion of American people towards gun using. Okay, so he agreed that there should be a gun law that could prevent this from happening, right? Like he is afraid of the gun fire, yeah, and the mass shooting. However, at the same time, he is also glad and proud that the American people are allowed to have gun and defend themselves. So as you can see, there is a contrast, a contradiction in the opinion of American people. Yeah, quite contrasting.
Defend ourselves.
We now know the gunman behind this attack, the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history, had built up a vast stockpile of firearms, all of them apparently, as far as we know now, purchased legally. We got our first glimpse of those weapons today in this new video taken outside Stephen Paddock's hotel room. Through the door, you can see what appears to be one of the gunman's high-powered rifles mounted on a shooting bipod, a device obviously designed to provide more stability for the long-range firing he was planning. According to an internal law enforcement document seen by NBC News, 23 total firearms were found in that hotel suite at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Another 19 found at the gunman's home north of Las Vegas. This man managed to get his hands on 42 guns, at least some of them semi-automatic, plus explosives and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Law enforcement officials say the gunman had 2 bump stocks, a completely legal device used to modify a semi-automatic rifle to fire rapidly as if it were fully automatic. It is clear from the videos, and particularly the audio from the night of the attack, that those bump stocks worked largely as designed. We are talking about weapons of war, which was exactly what it felt like Sunday night, according to an Afghanistan veteran I talked to today, who was working security at the music festival.
Did it feel like a war zone to you?
Yeah, it actually did. I was involved in a lethal encounter a few years ago. It was an in line of duty incident, but nothing like this. Nothing like a barrage of gunfire coming in and you got multiple casualties, mass casualties coming in. I can honestly tell you, after everything and training I've done and been through, I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
Much more of that interview ahead. The president is due right here in Las Vegas tomorrow to meet with victims and first responders. This morning, he told reporters he'll eventually get around to talking gun policy.
Look, we have a tragedy. We're going to do, and what happened in Las Vegas is in many ways a miracle. The police department has done such an incredible job, and we'll be talking about gun laws as time goes by.
But in talking points given out to political allies.
Okay, so the video is quite long, so let me stop just there. I believe it is enough. And now let's go back to the beginning. And I will play the video the second time.
In Las Vegas, I'm Chris Hayes, and tonight the nation must once again answer a question. Is now a good time to talk about gun violence in this country? Or are massacres like the one that unfolded right behind me 2 nights ago? A terrifying, almost endless hailstorm of bullets that left almost 600 people dead or wounded. Is that just something we are all willing to live with? What one survivor called the tragic cost of freedom.
It's a tragic cost of freedom, is that people can do bad things. If you could find a gun law that could prevent this from happening, I could sign up today. But I am proud of our country's Second Amendment rights, and I'm glad we're allowed to defend ourselves.
We now know the gunman behind this attack, the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history, had built up a vast stockpile of firearms, all of them apparently, as far as we know now, purchased legally. We got our first glimpse of those weapons today in this new video taken outside Stephen Paddock's hotel room. Through the door, you can see what appears to be one of the gunman's high-powered rifles mounted on a shooting bipod, a device obviously designed to provide more stability for the long-range firing he was planning. According to an internal law enforcement document seen by NBC News, 23 total firearms were found in that hotel suite at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Another 19 found at the gunman's home north of Las Vegas. This man managed to get his hands on 42 guns, at least some of them semi-automatic, plus explosives and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Law enforcement officials say the gunman had 2 bump stocks, a completely legal device used to modify a semi-automatic rifle to fire rapidly as if it were fully automatic. It is clear from the videos, and particularly the audio from the night of the attack, that those bump stocks worked largely as designed. We are talking about weapons of war, which was exactly what it felt like Sunday night, according to an Afghanistan veteran I talked to today, who was working security at the music festival.
Did it feel like a war zone to you?
Yeah, it actually did. I was involved in a lethal encounter a few years ago. It was an in-line of duty incident, but nothing like this. Nothing like a barrage of gunfire coming in and you got multiple casualties, mass casualties coming in. I can honestly tell you, after everything that and training I've done and been through, I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
Much more of that interview ahead. The president is due right here in Las Vegas tomorrow to meet with victims and first responders. This morning, he told reporters he'll eventually get around to talking gun policy.
Look, we have a tragedy. We're going to do, and what happened in Las Vegas is in many ways a miracle. The police department has done such an incredible job, and we'll be talking about gun laws as time goes by.
But in talking points...
Okay. So now everyone, it's time for you to take the picture of the questions. Okay, and I need somebody to post it to the meeting chat. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. So make sure that you capture all of the questions. And the important point is that you need to relate, as I said, relate the videos, the use in the video with the values that we're studying today. Yeah. Actually, I also prepare one more article for you about discrimination in America from Harvard Public Health magazine. Yeah, but I believe that we do not have enough time to work on this article in class. So at home, you can have a look at this one. Okay, I will copy the link and the question and post it to the meeting chat. Okay, so I mentioned about discrimination in America already, right? And for this one, you can do it at home, read the article, and then try to answer the question. But right now, in class, we will discuss about the 2 videos that we have watched. Try to answer the question on the screen and relate the videos with the 6 values. Okay. Now I will divide the class into teams. Okay. We have the question here. Let me see how many people are there. Okay, so now we will have 12 groups. All right, guys. Do you know what you have to do now, everyone? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
You will have 20 minutes to finish this task, and you have to prepare your answer on the slides, okay, on PowerPoint. And you can use some pictures and other illustration to make your answer clear, as clear as possible. Yến ơi và Thu. Hoàng Thị Tiến đúng không anh? Hay là Hoàng Thị Tiên nhỉ?
Tiên ạ. Ba bọn em vẫn ở kênh chat ở General của ạ.
Cái nhóm 7 của em không hiểu tại sao không mở. Trong trường hợp không mở được. À, được rồi. All right, welcome back, everyone. So now you need to submit your work to files. Week 2 discussion. All right, so now anyone here to speak out your ideas to gain the bonus. Right, anyone volunteers to speak out your idea? Let's start with the first video and then the second. Who volunteers?
Can I?
Yes, who is speaking?
My name is Thương Mai. Yes. Can I show my screen?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Here is our group's work. In the first video, we discussed about these American dreams, and we find people come to American can easily to find a jobs because there are 9 million jobs created, and particularly in fast food giants. But the price to pay to American dreams is they have to work more than ever. Like the girl in the video had to work 3 jobs. Calculated that they have to work more than 7 hours per week and 7 days a week. The next is to discuss about American dreams. Okay. So let's come to the positive side first. People have more motivation to work because they have more work, but they have to compete to have that work. And American dreams it considers a tool for progress and promotion in unity. And I give an example here is the ideas of American dream were a very instrumental in the establishment of the United States. Okay, and the last positive side is these American dream inspire people to fight to their right and promote the equality in society. But everything have both sides, so American dream too. It creates an illusion of equality among people. Okay. That the power and the wealth influence the social economic outcomes of an individuals in the United States, and it encouraged the individualisms and the lack of concern for the poorer members in the societies. The next video is the cost of freedom in gun. At the court, people in America have right to have freedom to own a gun, so they can protect themselves, but they have more risk of being shot. So it can cause the gun violence in American. So at the picture I give here, about 300 women and men and children are killed every year by gun. The next is the cost of freedom in gun. The reason is every people have the access to the firearm such as gun, so in legal or illegal way, so it can easily cause the gun violence, and the law allow people to buy gun legally. So our group suggests the solution to the gun violence is the second amendment. It asks everyone purchasing the gun should be required to enlist for military services. There's more solution to the gun violence, but the time limit. So this is our group discussions. Thank you for your listening.
Right, thank you. Okay, so within like 20 minutes, I think this one is a good preparation. Yeah. If you want to add anything else to your presentation, you need to do it at home. Okay, complete this one. And actually in the video, you can pick up a very important information that the USA, they can offer thousands and thousands jobs to the people of the country. So that means it is like it has a connection between the jobs and the values of equality of opportunities. Everyone has the opportunity to gain a job, right? But as you can see, the salary is not really attractive because she said that she is paid with the minimum wage. Okay, you know the minimum wage, the lowest accepted salary. So in America, the minimum wage, as far as I remember, it is around $7 or $8 per hour. It may be higher than the salary in Asian country like Vietnam, right? However, it is not not really like enough for the life in the developed country like America. Yeah, so everything has both sides. You are right. Thank you very much. So you are Nguyễn Thị Hương Mai, right?
No, Trần Thị Hương Mai ạ.
Trần. Okay, I know that this one is a group work, but as I said, I will go easy on bonus just at the first day, and this is the second day already. And you are the only speaker of the group, so I will give the bonus for Mai. Yeah. And now I need to listen to other ideas as well. So now let me pick randomly. Nguyễn Thị Vân, Vi Thị Thương và Đoàn Thị Hậu. Are you there? Vân, Thương, Đoàn Thị Hậu. Hello. Nguyễn Thị Vân.
Yes, I'm here.
Who is speaking?
My name is Hao.
Okay, can you show me your work?
I'm sorry, I'm using my mobile phone, so I can say.
It's okay. What about Vân and Thương? Vân and Thương, are you there in my class?
Yes.
Okay, can you show me your work?
My work is on helping the student completely.
It's okay. Show me what you have done.
I wrote the answer in my paper.
You can take a picture and present your ideas based on that picture. Yeah, be quick, please.
I can talk directly.
You know the reason why I call this group? Because I jump into your group and I see that you have no discussion at all. Yeah. Okay, so now give me the evidence that you are working.
I'm sorry, I haven't completed my slide yet, but can I take a picture from my screen so I send it to you?
Ở lớp nhớ giúp cô là hôm nay cô sẽ sử dụng phần discussion này để điểm danh. Vậy nên các bạn chú ý nộp hết tất cả bài của mình lên trên phần Week 2 discussion. Hiện tại bây giờ cô mới thấy có bao nhiêu nhỉ? 9 nhóm. Trong khi chúng ta có 12 nhóm.
Alo. Cô ơi, nhóm em nhỡ nộp 2 lần. Mà không xóa được.
Em
room
nộp
8 ạ. Cái room 8 ở bên dưới với cái room 8 bên trên là
Thế cô sẽ xóa một cái đi nha. Oh, sorry, delete. Và có một nhóm nữa do Trương Thị Vân này. Các bạn nộp lên nhưng mà lại để tên nó là American Culture. Như thế này thì cô không biết được đây là nhóm nào cả. Các bạn viết lại tên nhóm và tên của thành viên. 3, 6, 18. Chỉ có 8 cái nhóm này là những thành viên trong nhóm được điểm danh trong ngày hôm nay. Vậy nên các bạn nhanh chóng. Những nhóm nào chưa nộp thì nộp lên trên này cho cô.
Rồi, hạn cuối là 5
nhóm em bị tạo room muộn nên là bây giờ em đang hoàn thành nốt bản slide ạ.
Kết thúc nhé. Đấy là cô du di thêm gọi là về phần technical issues rồi. Nhưng mà đáng nghĩ là các bạn đã phải nộp được rất lâu rồi. Trước khi buổi học này kết thúc thì cô sẽ bắt đầu tính. Còn nhóm 2 thì sao nhỉ? Can you show me? Vì thực tế là khi cô nhà vào các nhóm thì bên cạnh một số nhóm discuss rất là hào hứng hoặc là các bạn rất là nhiệt tình, thì vẫn có một số nhóm có những thành viên chưa tham gia hoặc là các bạn thảo luận chưa được hiệu quả. Ok. Nếu những nhóm nào mà thảo luận nhưng lại không hiệu quả được như vậy thì cô cũng sẽ đánh absent cho một buổi học. Nhóm số 2, cô vẫn đang đợi các bạn show cái đáp án của mình. And when we are waiting for you to their work, I want you to open your book and turn to the after you read part. Okay. Chúng ta làm bài tập trong sách cho cô nhé. Phần after you read, bài số 2. Chúng ta khoanh hoặc là chúng ta ghi lại bài tập nhé. After you read exercise 2. Understand details, question from 1 to 10. Improve your reading skills, 1 to 10. And use context clues, question from 1 to 5. Ở trong sách của các bạn thì ok. Trong sách của các bạn thì cái sách đấy là một cái version khác và các bạn cũng chưa có đủ cái bài tập nữa. Vậy nên là sau khi kết thúc buổi học thì cô sẽ gửi lại các bạn phần version chính xác mà chúng ta đang học. Tuy nhiên là hiện tại bây giờ các bạn làm cho cô một số những bài tập sau. Đây cũng sẽ là bài tập trên lớp này. After you read. Exercise 2. Understand detail. Improve your reading skill. Question 1 to 10. Okay, let's do it. Vậy là nhóm 2 là các em chưa hoàn thành xong bài đúng không? Nó cũng không có evidence gì cho buổi học ngày hôm nay đúng không?
Em vừa update lên trên tệp rồi ạ. Em đang cố hoàn thành nốt ạ.
Các bạn ghi cho cô cái tên thành viên nhé, chứ không phải là ghi mỗi room 2 mà các bạn ghi thêm thành viên cho cô.
Cho cô lúc em với cả bạn thi là lúc 11 nên nhưng lúc ấy bạn gửi nhầm đánh nhầm lúc 12, cô xóa cái dưới của em không?
Xóa cái 12 à?
Em nhập lúc 11.
Em vừa xóa rồi.
Does not exist.
Xóa chắc bài xóa rồi. Rồi.
Hiện tại vẫn còn một nhóm nữa chưa
em
nói.
lại cái room 2 đấy giúp em để em sửa lại tên rồi em update lại ạ.
Em đặt tên file lại cho cô nhé. Sẽ phải bao gồm là to và members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no room 7. Who belong to room 7?
Em thưa cô, em đang up lên đấy ạ.
Yến, Thu, Tiên. Yeah. I'm waiting for you. Trong khi chờ đợi các bạn up một bài thì chúng ta làm bài tập ở trong sách cho cô nhé. All right, so everyone, let's check the answer together. Question number 1. Question A2. What holds the U.S. together is a common set of what? Bùi Ngọc Linh. Values, yeah. The price for individual freedom is
Self-reliance.
Yeah, self-reliance. Next one, C.
Equality of opportunity and
competition.
Yeah, equality of opportunity and competition. Number 1, C1. Yeah, immigrants have always come for equality of opportunities. I believe that everyone should have an equal chance to succeed. Okay. And number 2, C2.
The price for equality of opportunity is competition.
The prize for equality of opportunity is competition. Yeah. And D.
material worth and hard work.
Yeah. For a higher standard of
Living.
living. And number 2.
Price for material wealth is hardworking.
Hard work. Hard work and hardworking is different. We are looking for a noun, so it is hard work. Yeah. And E, conclusion.
The American dream.
Okay. So the full answer will be American values and the state of the American dream. Yeah. In E1, happen, okay, come true. Yeah. Number 2, still influence.
Almost every facet of American life.
Exactly. Yeah. And next one, understand details. Number 1. A, power of kings, priests, and noblemen. Okay. Number 2. C. They are forbidden by the Constitution. Yeah. Number 3. Self-reliance. Exactly. Number 4. C. People must take care of themselves and be independent or risk losing their personal freedom. This one is in was on my slideshow. And number 5.
C.
Everyone should have an equal chance to succeed. Yes. 6.
A.
Okay. Part of growing up. And 7.
B.
And remember that this one is just traditionally. Yeah. Okay. Remember that traditionally only. There was such abundant natural resources. Yeah. That was something happened in the past and not really correct nowadays. Number 8.
B.
Words for their hard work. Yeah. Number 9.
A.
Yes, developed because it was necessary to work hard to convert natural resources into material goods. Number 10.
C.
Are only partly carried out in real life, but are still important because people believe in them. Yeah, partly carried out only. Yeah, so now let's see. Have you submit your work, everyone? Let me see if we got everybody here. Okay, 12 groups. It's okay. All right, guys. as you can see, you do not have all of the question in the version that you have on Teams, right? So I will send you the book later, the correct version later. No worries. If you do not have any question, I mean that, do you have any question about the lesson before we end the lesson? Do you have questions?
No.
If you do not have any question, then we can say goodbye to each other and see you next week.
Thank you, teacher.